You know what's interesting? Scrolling through the questions that people were asking or suggested topics of conversation for this podcast, there was a lot of people talking about just like fat burners and fat burners like this, that. Now, how I conceptualize like fat burners, right? You have your typical pre-workouts, which are basically stimulants, caffeine, DMMA, all variations of that, and then just beta-alanine and just a bunch of pump shit and just some vitamins, minerals, magnesium, shit like that. And all that a fat burner really is the pre-workout minus the pumpy fluff stuff, like mainly the stimulants, and that's pretty much it. And because it increases your energy output, you burn more calories that way and suppresses your appetite, so indirectly it's a fat burner.
My understanding is that the first real fat burners that you used to see on the market were given by doctors, and they were basically just amphetamines. Housewives used to use Black Beauties, I think in the 60s and the 50s or whatever.
Amphetamines basically were like prescribed fat burners in this stuff?
Yeah, basically amphetamines. I mean, because they could do stuff like that. So the core of most of your fat burners, like you just said, is basically speed. Mm-hmm. And speed doesn't that much increase your metabolic rate per se, but what it does is it makes you move around more because you're speedy. Mm-hmm. And the more you move around, the more calories you burn. It also makes you less hungry. You eat less food, you have less calories to burn, right?
Now, James, word on the street is there's a certain fat burner, and it's just the best of all time. I actually saw a few people put it in the suggested topics of conversation.
But what's that?
It's an acronym. It's 3 letters. I have a capital D, period, capital N, period, capital P, period. DNP.
They actually put that in their little questions asking?
Yeah, they did. They want to know about DNP, James.
2,4, I believe it's 2,4-dinitrophenol, was an ingredient in explosives. And a cool thing, the anecdote that I've heard before was that the miners of this ingredient or this chemical would breathe too much of it in and they would die.
But they died shredded as fuck.
Yeah, shredded, and people started paying attention to that. So in the 1930s, they produced a weight loss pill based on DMP and sold to women. But the problem is a certain percentage of those women got cataracts, so they took it off the market, but it worked. And what it is, it's a metabolic uncoupler. So you got to imagine your body starts burning off energy less efficiently. So all of a sudden it takes 1,000 calories to do what it used to take 500 calories to do. So it's like chemical exercise. You start burning off calories just sitting on the couch. The problem is, one of the side effects of becoming less efficient like that is you produce more heat. Mm-hmm. So as you produce more heat, your body temperature goes up. And the dose curve on what can kill you with DMP is much steeper than most things are. So 200 milligrams of DMP can be good. 1,400 milligrams of DMP per day, you might start burning out from the inside out. Ugh. And also, since you start getting hot, you get warm, it can be really, really uncomfortable. You start sweating yellow.
Yeah, I've heard people sweating through their couches during a nap.
Oh, yeah,
like,
without a doubt.
Fuck.
And of course, it's not something you're going to buy in any kind of supplement store. It's a gray market type of thing. I really wouldn't play with it, guys. It's kind of like if you have to ask about it, I wouldn't play with it.